What's cooking? Welcome to the Best Ingredient Podcast, a home for love and food.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Best Ingredient Podcast. This is our second episode. I'm Sam Bolton, and here with me is my wife, Courtney.
Hi.
And my daughters, Destiny and Haley.
Hi.
All right. And we are here for our oldest daughter, Jessica, who is at a very special school right now. And it's going to provide her the therapy that we couldn't give her at home. But she's actually doing really well. We just got a letter from her, and it was very positive. She's happy to be there. She's making friends. She likes her church.
When I read that, I started crying a bunch of times.
You kind of miss her a lot, don't you?
Yeah.
Energetic.
Yeah, she's very energetic. But she's doing really well. She likes her friends. She's making A's and B's. And her counselor and principal are very proud of her. They see a lot of improvement. So we couldn't be more grateful for this school and for y'all's support that has made it possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
So our cookbook, the Best Ingredient Cookbook, was created to raise funds for Jessica's therapy. And it's become so much more. It's actually a real treasure. And we're excited to pass it on to our girls and then their kids. And we're going to share it with our community as well. We actually have over 70 contributors, a few also from mainstream food bloggers, including Recipe 10 Eats, Well Plated, and...
Love and Lemons.
That's right. That's the other one. And, of course, all of our friends and family who contributed. So they graciously let us share these recipes, and we often love to cook them at home. Courtney has been working hard on the book, and we just got the Kindle ebook up on Amazon. It'll be ready in a few days. And we will keep you updated for when the hard copy is available. It's going to take a little bit more time for that one.
The recipe we're talking about today is an old one. It's from my mother's recipe. That's pretty old, huh?
Yeah.
Her name was Ida Mae Walker.
Oh my gosh. If you've ever heard a southern name, it's it. That sounds like a character from Gunsmoke.
I know it.
Mom, can you get the pencil?
The pencil? Sure.
Pencil?
Destiny wanted to cook our jelly recipe, and this is one of them. Nana Nancy made it last time for us, and it was simmering on our stove when we came up, and we put it on bread with butter and the hot jam on top. Wasn't it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. You liked it? Haley, did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a really comforting recipe, especially on the cold winter days. You simmer it on the stove, and it just fills the air with that spicy smell, and it's comforting to eat when it's just so chilly outside. And we've had so much snow, haven't we?
Uh-huh.
How much snow did we have?
We have 4 feet.
4 feet of snow? I don't know about
48 inches of snow. It was a record in Tennessee. It was enough to make... Courtney and Des were making ice blocks and building an igloo in our yard, if that tells you anything.
Yeah.
And we went sledding. We had several snow days.
Oh, y'all were using four-wheelers at a new friend's house, weren't you?
Well, they didn't have rope to pull our sleds, but we got to go on the 4-wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Throw mud and snow all over the place and go crazy. That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, guess what? Their hill went super fast. It was like the smallest little hill, but we went down and it went shoo!
Oh, wow.
And I also got to hold the baby while I was doing it.
That's true. Yeah, that's what it's like living out in the country.
I think this was our third winter together.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This
is our second.
No, it's our third because you came in the wintertime.
Yeah. We had one winter in the old house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. When I came out acting like a wolf eating under the table at McDonald's.
That's true.
Yeah, that's right. The first time I ever met Haley was on her 5th birthday at McDonald's, and she crawled up into my lap and started growling at me. And I said, "Are you a monster?" And she said, "I'm a wolf."
And then she said she was a brown and white dog named Penny.
That's right.
Which is funny because we have a brown and white dog named Penny.
Yep, she had never met Penny before, but she just decided to be Penny before she met Penny.
I didn't know that.
I know.
Yeah, it was a strange coincidence.
So,
I was like,
we became a family.
When I saw her call, I was like,
Uh-oh. We became a family about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And we've had such an adventure. We've all grown up quite a bit and have felt each other's growing pains. And we generally don't hide the fact that we're adopted. It's part of who we are. The girls are always very forward with new people about it, and we just go along with it. Mm-hmm. Also, our...
Stop it, Rooster!
Oh, I love it. Don't tell me to stop. I love it.
There's a rooster outside crowing if you can't hear it.
Our pastor, Father Dan, made it a point to share God's heart for adoption. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He says that adoption is how God chooses us. Do you remember that part? Kinda? Maybe?
Yeah. I remember it, Mom.
Thank you. That's special to me. But anywho, while it can be hard and it means that there's been some loss, we still consider adoption a beautiful thing, and it makes our family special.
Yeah. So our girls are not afraid to let people know that they're adopted. They talk about it all the time. They tell people at school. Destiny, what's it like for you to be adopted? Do people ask you about it at school?
You said they, you're adopted? And then you say, what do you say in return?
I just say, yeah, I'm adopted.
And it doesn't bother you that they know?
No, no.
Well, and you said that sometimes they don't know what that means, and so how do you explain it?
Like, pretend I'm your friend at school. My name's Mary or something. What's it like to be? What's it like to be adopted, Des?
Well, we go through court.
You go to court, okay, and that's it. And then you're adopted.
No, you're not. You have your adoption party, then you're adopted. But first, you have to go through foster care, then go to court, then go to your adoption party, then be adopted. It's only been 6. It's a lot. We've been through like 8 times of foster care. Then finally we found an adopted person that will adopt us. So finally,
Yep.
She's like, what about that? My life was like that the whole time.
Well,
Your life was like that. You were like moving everywhere.
I was moving everywhere. But, I've actually met a lot of people who were like that. They bounced around but and never did get adopted.
Mm-hmm.
They never did.
Never did. They aged out.
Some people stay in foster care until they're 18.
And then they have to get their own place.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm glad that you guys didn't have to do that.
Yeah, why they never find a family? Because everyone's like, call, gotta take them, bye.
Well, I think people need to maybe don't know, and maybe our part is helping them know, right? We can raise awareness and let them know how many people need good parents, huh?
And, most of the people who adopt, they want to adopt little babies. They don't really want to adopt bigger kids.
Why?
That's part of the reason. Because it's when you adopt teenagers and bigger kids, it can be harder than adopting a baby.
Y'all want to adopt a baby? Y'all want to adopt a baby?
We wanted to adopt you.
Yeah, we wanted to adopt you guys. Duh.
You always want a baby.
You are my baby.
This one I carry a baby.
So, Courtney, tell us how to make this jam here.
Alrighty, so...
Well, you need a jar.
Is your name Courtney?
Yes. And
what else?
You need a pot.
Uh-huh.
Well, like the glass pots or something. And Mommy gonna tell you the rest.
Okay. Alright, so you get your pan, and you put it on the stove, and you put a package of apricots in it, and you cover it with water. And then you put a can of crushed pineapple with the juice in it, and a 1/4 cup of sugar. And you just simmer it until it's done.
How long do you think you need to simmer it?
Maybe a couple hours or so.
A couple hours.
So, like, when you're snowed in and you can't really go anywhere, you just pop this on the stove, simmer it for a while, check it every now and then, and it makes your whole house smell delicious.
And you put on some toast.
Eventually it becomes jam.
My mother will sometimes use an immersion blender to make it smooth like a jam.
And it tastes so good. Y'all remember eating this at Nana and Nancy's house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I asked my grandmother about what she remembers of this recipe, she said that she remembers following her mom around the kitchen trying to write everything down, and that there were always fresh flowers from the garden on the table, and that she remembers having to pick the vegetables from the garden for their lunches and dinners and stuff. And she remembers the cows and the chickens, and that her mother making their own clothes. So it's funny, Nana Nancy will laugh about, where do I get my country from? But I think I get it from Ida.
Yeah.
I kind of look like her, too, in some of her pictures.
Absolutely. You do take after her. And this is the way that people lived for thousands of years. And, it's a good life. It's a hard life. And, you're 30, 45 minutes from Walmart. And you got more chores than a suburban life.
Yeah. But I'm really blessed that we're able to offer these memories for our girls, too.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have a cat and a dog, you might get the same chores that you have to do in the farm.
Well, good. Well, I hope you guys can make this recipe and try it out and let us know what you think.
Just to remind y'all that the ebook is uploading and should be available within a few days.
Yep, the Best Ingredient Cookbook. You can get the Kindle version soon on Amazon. We'll share the links, of course, and like we said earlier, the hardcover edition and the paperback will be available eventually, and we'll keep you updated on that as well. We have our website up now, thebestingredient.com, and we also have our Facebook page at The Best Ingredient and Twitter at The Best Ingredient. And just a hint, just so y'all know, the best ingredient is...
What is it?
It's love! That's right.
Or juice.
Or juice.
Or some kind of juice. Just as good as love.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye! Love you, whoever you are!
The Best Ingredient Cookbook will be available on Amazon within a few short days. Proceeds will go to Jessica's therapy. Stay tuned to find out how you can get your copy. Thanks for listening.